The date is January 28th. The year is 2011. 1 a.m. in the morning, multiple cameras capture what is claimed to be a UFO, now known as a Temple Mount UFO. If multiple cameras see it, it must be true, right? Let's figure it out. Roll that spooky intro! Welcome back, everybody. We are talking UFOs today, aliens from the outer space. And with my years of experience of editing and filmmaking, I've decided to take my secret passion of the paranormal and try to debunk videos of people trying to fool us. This week we're talking about the Temple Mount UFO. This was actually sent to me by my good friend Jamie. Jamie, thank you so much for this one. The Temple Mount UFO. Some people know it as the Highway to Heaven. This one here is a temple that is in Jerusalem. And in 2011, 3 cameras uploaded a video of a UFO descending from the sky right over to the temple and then flies off. So we're actually going to take a look at the videos and see if we can figure out whether or not it is obviously real or fake. So let's take a look. So we have 3 different camera angles here. The one that seems to be like the most, you can see the most in this video here, is actually from a very far distance. Looks like someone is filming maybe off of a mountaintop or something, or a big hill. And as you can see in the sky, there's a giant light right here, and it's going to start slowly descending towards, it actually will pick up speed here fairly quickly, but it starts descending towards where right here where this arrow is pointing, which is the Temple Mount. So as it's dropping down right now, it stops, and then you'll see like it flashes a couple of times, and then it flies off. So let's take a look. So we're still looking at right here. So it just hovers there for a while, actually, and then you'll see just 2 little flashes, and then see how it flies off. All right, so now we actually have a second camera, which actually seems like there's probably some tourists over there because they're speaking English, assuming they're from Mississippi, simply because they say we've never seen UFOs like this in Mississippi. Which actually leads me to question how many UFOs are in Mississippi? Didn't really peg Mississippi to be a big UFO state. I don't know. Alright, so now they're showing, this is a lot closer. You can see they're right up on the temple here. And so you actually see the light drop down as it gets, see right there where it comes down right on top of it, right here. And this one, though, does not have the flashes, which is my first red flag in believing that this one probably is fake. Hey guys, I just want to throw this out there real quick, just a quick pause. I did notice while editing that if you look at all the other lights inside of the video, they have this starburst effect around them due to the light reflecting into the lens. But the light itself from the UFO, even though the lady said how bright it was, how blinding it was, there's no starburst around it. So if it was actually inside of the video itself, there would have been that starburst just like every other light on there. Enjoy the rest of the video. They were all recorded at the same time. They were all uploaded on the same night. 3 different accounts, 3 different angles, 3 different cameras. But let's take a look at it. So it just kind of hovers there and flickers, and then out of nowhere it just says, flies off.
We look at it. We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like never like
Then it goes. The reaction, first of all, seems a little off to me. They do not react to it as if they were in shock. They reacted as if they just saw like a firework go off. They reacted like, ooh, like they were just like they knew it was going to happen. They were excited about it. So that's what we have for the second angle, and it ends abruptly after that. Right after the UFO takes back off, the camera ends. But for a third angle, we have is a little bit closer. This one starts right after the UFO is above the temple. So as you can see here, it actually is kind of just hovering there, but it looks like it's kind of sliding to the side a bit. And the other camera angles looks like it's sitting completely still, but with angles, straight on, you might not see it drifting backwards. From the side, you might not see it drifting this direction, but the right angle, you might see a little bit of a drift. But this one here looks like this one's drifting, the other ones do not. But again, this one has the double flash as the first video. And then after the flash, it takes off instantly. And then it's gone. And as the camera raises, like the first video, which we'll go more into, you see dots of red dancing around in the sky. Here's the red flags I have on it so far, is the fact that two of them have flashes, one of them does not have the flash. The reactions of what seem to be Americans do not have what I would feel a reaction should be to seeing something like this. So I'm not sure if it's real or fake at this point. At this point, I am leaning more towards it being fake. I wonder how easy it would be to fake it.
So then I told the lady, like, have you ever had a squirrel eat your entire yard gnome?
What is that?
What is that?
We have these in Mississippi, but just not like this.
That is insane.
Oh! So, as you can see, I have also now seen a UFO for myself. Or have I? I haven't. That one wasn't real. I did that. And I will actually have a tutorial coming out this week on how I made that UFO there. So please keep a lookout for that and check it out. It's going to be fun. So what I decided to do with all of the videos, I wanted to see if they matched up. We have 3 separate videos, 3 different angles. But if they're filming the same thing, they should match somewhere. They should all be in unison with each other. So I've actually gone in and put all 3 videos together so we can see if they do match. So the one in the top left hand corner is the second video that we watched, and you can see the ball of light hovering right above the temple, and it's the one with the ladies from Mississippi. The one in the top right hand corner is the first one we watched, and that's the one from the far off distance, and you do have the flash in that one and flies off, and you actually see it hovering there for a while. The third one, which will be in the bottom left hand corner, will appear when I time it up correctly, because it is a lot shorter, and it started filming right when the UFO was already above the temple. So let's take a look at it and see if they even match up. So now we have the white light coming down, and they'll both stop at the exact same time above the temple. So you have this light right here, and you also have this light right over here. So we have 2 lights coming down at the exact same time. All right, so now we got them both being compared, and if you watch, okay, so on the right-hand side, we have the little video of the white light coming down, and on the left-hand side, they'll meet at the same time. So right there. So now we have them together at the exact same moment touching down. So now we have our third video in. It's already hovering over the top. So if you actually watch, this is what I've noticed. Right there, it flies off. So what I'm seeing now, but comparing all 3 videos together, is the fact that if you watch, the top left-hand corner are Mississippi ladies. Their UFO flies off an entire second before the flashes ever happen on the bottom screen. And the bottom screen flashes are a little off, but we'll chalk that up to just being distance. But they're pretty much right in sync with each other. And then they fly off at the exact same time. So they both go. So right now we have 3 videos. 2 of them are perfectly in sync with each other. The third, completely out of sync. There's no way the third one matches the first 2. So we have the Mississippi Ladies video, which I'm already going ahead and calling a fake at this point. And then you have the two further off versions, and they're synced up pretty on par with each other. Not to say they couldn't be fake, but what I'm saying is at this point, if they are faked, they're faked very well with a little bit of thought put behind them. So they fly up to the sky, and now we have two videos left where we see red lights dancing in the sky. Now, my only problem with this situation, now I have corrected the color a little bit to show the red lights a little bit more. So this isn't exactly what you're seeing there. What you're seeing on the real videos are a little bit darker. So I do understand at two different angles, they're going to be in two different positions. So they may not be exactly 100% the same. But what I am seeing is that these dots, even being tied up perfectly with the whew, these dots are not syncing up to match perfectly, because at this point we have three different dots in the shape of a triangle right here, and then over here we have three dots not in the same pattern, even though they should be exactly the same at the exact same time, because even here you still have three dots, triangles, two dots. You know, right now you have four dots and only three dots. So I mean, you're not really catching the same pattern at the same time. But again, I could be misseeing it because of two different angles. I'm not 100% sure. But if we actually go back to the video with the Mississippi Ladies, again, the one that I'm calling to be the one I'm actually going to call to be a fake. Let me show you what I've noticed on it too. And I've actually put the video into an editing software, and it showed me that it was actually filmed at 30 frames per second, which the higher your frame rate, the less motion blur you're going to have. And what motion blur is, whenever you wave your hand, if you notice my hand right now has got a little bit of a trail. It's going to be blurry when I move my hand across the screen. So that's what motion blur is. Well, the higher the frame rate, the less the motion blur is. The lower the frames, you're going to start getting like you're going to start getting a skip in it. And if you actually watch this right here, this video was shot in 30 frames per second, which is your average 24. 24 is normally what it is, but a lot of your consumer video cameras automatically shoot in 30 frames per second. If you actually watch right here, when the UFO takes off, if you notice any of the other lights, when the camera moves, they're giving a streak. You're getting a streak, a little bit of a blur. You're not getting any, you're getting like a, you know. So, but when the UFO actually takes off, you're not getting a blur. You're getting like separated dots, which means the frame rate of the graphics that have been created here are slower than the frame rate of the actual video itself. Because if it matched up and it was actually in the video, the light wouldn't separate like it is right here. You having a perfect separation between each ball there. There would actually just be one streak. It would just streak out versus being like bop, bop, bop. So that there shows that the video itself and the UFO were created at two different times. So you have a video at one point being filmed, which looks like they were possibly seeing something. I do believe they weren't. This video wasn't trying to fool anybody. I do believe this was an actual video, somebody at the Temple Mount, but I think they're looking at something completely different. And after these other videos were released, they were like, oh, we should jump on board with this. And so they jump on board, and this is what they were created. And as you can see with what I created earlier, it's not hard. And again, I have a tutorial coming out later this week that will show you exactly how I did that. So this is one of those cases that out of 3 videos, one is 100% a fake. I have no doubt in my mind that the Mississippi Ladies video is completely fake. The other 2, skeptical on it. The lights to me are dancing different, but at the same time, everything else matches up perfectly. And I'll have to say, they could be real. I want them to be real. But hey, who knows? Well, thank you guys for joining me again today. Next Monday, I'll have another video out there for you. If you have a video you would like me to take a look at and try to debunk myself, please leave it in the comment below. Tell me what you think about the video. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keep an eye out for more videos. We have multiple things coming out every week. So thank you guys, and go binge watch some X-Files or something, because that's what I'm about to go do.